session within 1 minute.
Shall we start, sir?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Dear Dr. Burande, sir, we welcome you heartily.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, sir. We'll start now.
Yeah.
Very good afternoon to all. Today, we having with us eminent and distinguished personality having over 38 years of rich experience in pharma profession as a consultant, trainer, and academician. Welcome, Dr. Mahesh Burande, sir. Dr. Burande is holding this session on Miracle Through Motivation. Before that, I would like to request Dr. Dias, sir, to welcome Dr. Burande, sir, by virtual flower bouquet. Thank you, sir. Now it is my privilege to introduce our guest speaker. Dr. Burande has started his professional journey as a production supervisor from 1982 in Latika Pharmaceuticals, Pune. Then in academic from 1984 as a lecturer at Bharati Vidyapith's Pune College of Pharmacy, Pune, and thereafter as an academician in different reputed institutions at several levels. Presently, he is a professor at Education Society's College of Pharmacy, Pune. He has worked as a pharmaceutical consultant and trainer for more than 100 pharmaceutical companies in India and abroad on different fronts. Under his leadership, as a director, Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, a pioneer pharma management institute, conduct 26 comprehensive job-oriented pharmaceutical management diplomas for pharma skill developments, which are highly recognized by pharma industries and profession. He has awarded many, list out few here: Indian Pharmaceutical Association Fellowship Award in 2002, Drugs Inspector Welfare Association Award as a Doyen of Pharmacy Profession 2002, and Lifetime Achievement Award from Purely Chemist Forum. He is the recipient of Best Young Pharmacy Teacher Award from Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India in 1997. To promote pharmacy profession in India, he served as a president of Indian Pharmaceutical Association, Pune branch, vice president, IPA Community Pharmacy Division, and president of Association of Pharmaceutical Teachers of India. He is working for a dream of His Excellency, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, ex-president of India, that is, India should be pharma superpower. So with this short introduction, so I invite and request to Dr. Burande, sir, to take the charge of this session and guide us.
Thanks for a very brief introduction. It's a great pleasure to deliver the program, especially on the platform of Government College of Pharmacy, Karad, where actually several times I have been invited when Dr. Bise was the principal for AICT or IST training programs. And during that period, I also developed myself because of the opportunity which is provided to me by Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. In fact, my first award as a Young Pharmacy Teacher Award from APTI, I received at the 3rd APTI convention, which was held at Government College of Pharmacy, Karad. So it's an inspiring moment for me. And when I got the call from Dr. Remit that, sir, we would love to invite you for this program, immediately I said, yes, I'm also inspired, and I will make myself available to contribute on this online platform. I also came to know that Dr. Kishore Burande is the principal of Government College of Pharmacy, a great pharmacognosist who is leading from the front along with all the technical team for this program. And the contribution which Dr. Remit has made as a HOD and continuously working on this online platform on the several actually fronts, which really inspired me that Government College of Pharmacy is leading in the right direction at present to inspire the teachers, to motivate the teachers. And that's why the topic which I have chosen, that is miracles through the motivation. Whatever I have learned in my life, whatever the many theories which I practice in my life, with certain case studies and examples, I wanted to put in front of you. So give me some time. I will actually put my slide on the online platform and then I will start. Thank you very much, Dr. Remit, for inviting me. So let me share the screen. I hope all of you are getting my screen.
Yes, sir. Yours.
Yeah. Okay.
It's visible.
Thanks a lot again, Dr. Remit. The wonderful topic which he has given to me, miracles through motivation. Motivation plays the most important role in the life, not only in our career, but also in life. The motivation is required, inspiration is required, appreciation is required. So what is this motivation and how the miracles or maybe the dreams can become the reality? I wanted to take you the journey through this program. All of us knows this person, Mr. Neeraj Chopra, the Olympic gold medalist in Tokyo, which his name was not known. But today, Neeraj Chopra is known because he has achieved that miracle. And how he has achieved that miracle? Maybe the various motivational theory which he underwent in his life. Maybe since he's serving in the army, I think he's inspired by some people to achieve this actually miracle and give the performance. But when we come to the meaning of the miracle, it's an effect, an extraordinary event which happened in the physical world, which surpasses all the human and natural powers. And it is described as a supernatural cause. Because the gold medal in javelin, India has not achieved so far, although we got the independence in 1947, almost 75 years. And that is the extraordinary achievement, which we call it as a miracle. When we see our profession, can we do some miracle in our profession, whatever the job which we are doing? And let me tell you, once you start working on that line, I think the dream will become the reality. So motivate yourself, whatever the motivation you receive from the outside, inspire yourself from within. The miracle is going to happen in your life. Only thing is that you prepared yourself on that line. When we come to the motivation part, the word is motive. Motive means to inspire. Whether you inspire yourself within or whether you inspire the world. I think that motive is most important. And the motive of each person will be different. Because there are certain needs, there are certain desires, there are certain wants, and there are certain drives. When you come to the need, I think the physiological needs are most important in the life. Basically, getting your bread and butter, which is most important. Once you become the teacher, I think doing the job of a teacher, you should actually get satisfied with your physiological needs first. And many times, whenever we are advising to the student when they go for the interview, the question is asked, how much salary you want? And many times I tell the student, you can answer in this way, taking the help of Maslow. Sir, let me actually satisfy my physiological needs. So what is that physiological needs? It's a food, it's a shelter, maybe the living facility, it may be the cloth, and the most important later will be the physiological need once you get married, which is also included, is the sex. So all these things are the physiological needs of a person which are classified by Maslow, and these are the motives. If you provide these motives to the people, the team will work under you. Every individual will contribute for you, whatever the goal of the organization is set. Then after the needs, it is the desire, what you want to become in the life. That will motivate the person. And if you provide the platform, maybe as a HOD or as a principal, I think the desire will motivate the people to work and to achieve certain miracles. Desire to contribute as a scientist. So give the platform, give the equipments, instruments, money, everything, resources to that person who is working in R&D. If you are working as a manager who can decide on that line, so that the person can actually get motivated and his desires will be satisfied. Then there are many wants in the life. There is unending list as far as the wants are considered. At every stage, there are the wants. Now, if you become the manager, I think you may look for a very good, actually branded car, the car which you love, to suitable to your designation. That becomes your want. And if any company provide that, I think you will join that company. So that's why the wants are different at different stage. Identify that wants, motivate the people on that line. And many times when the packages are discussed, I think even that wants are actually looked by the HR people, and they provide that wants to the person so that he can join and he can carry the mission of maybe R&D, maybe the quality assurance, maybe the production, maybe in the teaching as a principal or HOD. I think the wants, once it becomes satisfied, the person get motivated. Or once you provide, the person get motivated. So identify that want and I start contributing as a leader. And even the drives, what drives you in the profession is most important. Maybe a good positive environment that drives you to join that organization. Maybe I think the opportunities which you give to the young people at young age that drives the people to join your organization or join with your team in that case. So identify that drives, that what people are looking for. And especially the positive environment created by the people that drives the people to give the performance. So looking forward to all these resources, identify the need, desire, wants, and the drives. Even as a teacher, it's not HOD or principal which I'm talking today. Even you as a teacher in your classroom, you are a principal, you are a HOD, you are a director. And in your classroom, your students, once they get motivated because of your actually thoughts, because of your actually lecture, or because of your direction, you can build the competent and complete pharmacists for the future. So you, even in a teaching class, you are the authority in that case to contribute on that lines. So identify the needs, desire, wants, and drives of the student. Go for the SWOT analysis in the management, what we say, that is the strength, weakness of each and every personality. Identify the threat, and then actually give him the platform to contribute in a big way. You can lead as far as the motivational leadership is considered. So this is the objective of the motivation. So what is the motivation in that case? If you go to the definition, a classical definition of motivation, I think the goal-oriented behavior should be produced. Whatever the way you wanted to motivate, but the person should get the goal-oriented behavior. Goal-oriented behavior, that means the target should be achieved. The dream should become the reality. And if you do that, anything in that process, it's a long chain many times. But as a person, anytime you can provide actually that inspiration to the person to achieve the goal, I think we can achieve the organizational goal, we can achieve the personal goal. For a Messi, who is a great football person or a football sportsman, making the goal, whenever he enter on the ground, making the goal and actually putting that actually ball into the net is the actually the mission which he is having. Today he is having everything. He is having the fame, he is having the name, money, everything, recognition, respect. But whenever he enter on the ground, the basic mission which he has, that whether he can have that goal-oriented behavior to achieve for his team and to make the team successful, to make the team win. So that is the whole purpose of motivation, my friend. And every day we are going through that process in the life, motivating the people every day and each day. So try to identify what motivates the people. That is most important aspect of the life to become a great leader in the future. When I see actually these figures or the statistics in 2021, I get motivated myself. Why I get motivated? When I see the first 20 companies, almost 18 to 19 companies are the Indian entrepreneurs company. That get motivated me. And I want to pass on this message to the student most of the time whenever I get the platform, that how Indian companies, Indian entrepreneurs are actually motivating me, motivating the teachers, that what a career you are having as a pharmacy student in the future. The great story of the Sun Pharma started in 1981, today leading in the Indian pharmaceutical industry. The current domestic turnover reached to 12,700 crores. It's a big motivating factor to all of us. The multinational company is the second position at the Abbott. Cipla, Mankind, the man was a medical representative. These are the stories which we should talk today in front of the student to motivate them, that the medical representative has started the Mankind Pharma and today it is leading. The force, the marketing force which Mankind is having, touching to 10,000 medical representatives, along with the district managers and the managers. So when we talk about these stories, that stories motivate the people. And especially as a teacher, I think today we have to talk about these pharmaceutical companies, how they are contributing, because your students are going to actually take the job in these pharmaceutical companies. They should know the philosophy of this, actually, the pharmaceutical companies, how they started and where they have reached today. Alkem, another one. Lopin, a pharmacy, a science teacher who started this. And how now he's no more, but his son and daughter is leading at present. Intas from Ahmedabad. Torrent, the latest news is that Torrent is going to participate in the IPL actually lottery, because the 9th and 10th team will be there from 2021. Our pharma company is going to take one team, which I really become the proud. No doubt I love the cricket, I love the pharma, and the Torrent is going to actually in the bid, maybe in 2 days or 3 days down the line. Zydus Cadila, the COVID, actually the Zydus has contributed along with the Serum and Bharat. I think the new vaccine is going to be launched through the Zydus, and see the successful story of a Zydus, how the pharmacy people started, Modi and actually Raman Bhai Patel together, the Zydus Cadila. Now they are separated, they are having the two different companies together, but Zydus is leading in that case. All these are the successful stories which should talk to the student to motivate them, to inspire them, so that one of them can enter as an entrepreneur, maybe in the future, to contribute, because pharma market is moving. We have achieved 1,56,000 crores of domestic turnover in 2021. It is likely to go to 2,30,000 crores. So potential is huge. So why not actually we should create the entrepreneur? And for that, I think as a teacher, we have to motivate whatever the subject which we take and actually put that potential into the practice to create the entrepreneurs for the future, which is the need. When I look at which product is moving in the market as a #1 brand, and I found in 2021, it is Favipiravir, that is the Fabiflu. Which company? Glenmark. Again, a very successful story of Glenmark, a marketing person, medical representative of Glaxo, who started, Mr. Glenn Saldana's father, who started this company, Glenmark. Glenn and Mark, two twin sons, in fact, right? Both of them are having the pharmaceutical companies today, but Glenmark is leading. Glenn is leading at present. because Saldana is no more who actually founded this company. But FabiFlu, and the growth, if you see, of this actually product, it is tremendous. Now, whenever you take the class, any antibiotics or antiviral, you should discuss the FabiFlu successful story. It may not be in the syllabus, but you can add on so that the students will get motivated, whether it's online or an offline lecture. I think you can start taking the lecture on that line, because that is the application which we want from whatever the syllabus which we have. Antiviral drug, broad spectrum antiviral, I can say, inhibiting the paramase, which is the enzyme, and reducing the viral, the symptoms, what we can talk, and reduce the body. 762 crore, one brand is sold, and almost 500 crores turnover that FabiFlu has achieved in 20 and 21 because of the COVID. So these are the successful stories. And my objective here is how you can motivate the student by discussing this product, taking the detail aspect of that product, so that the correlation can be achieved and student can think on that line, that how the product is moving, how the market is moving. There are 80,000 brands and one brand is FabiFlu today, leading with 762 crore. That also inspires me that what a product it is. And then you can discuss if it is a tablet, what is the disintegration time, dissolution time, what is the size of the tablet, which is the raw material, whether it is purchased from China or whether it is indigenously made. Can you make it indigenously? Because the government is providing today a lot of funds for the development of the Indian bulk drug industry, or maybe the API industry. A lot of subsidies are given on that line. So the student who is interested in medicinal chemistry can actually work on that in a big way. So these are the motivational aspect or the inspirational aspect, what I'm talking today, which I am doing continuously when I was a teacher, and today also, I think you can also start practicing on that. It's not only the product, but maybe the process you can discuss, instrument you can discuss actually the quality assurance aspect of FabiFlu, so many things, so that the students will get motivated for a big career. So that will be the aspect which at the Institute of Pharmaceutical Education and Research, we are actually thinking differently, means out of box most of the time, that how we can contribute to make a competent pharma by development of the skill. And right from 1990, today 10,000 people have actually underwent our program, and today they are contributing as a leaders in the pharmaceutical industry, which we are proud of. So think something different as far as your career is considered. Take a big jump in that case. It is an international market. It's not an Indian market today as far as the pharma is considered, because we have become the global. And in that case, what are the global requirements to contribute further to achieve your dream? We should discuss with the student in a big way. And I think that is the platform which we have to provide. As I told you, the different stories, successful stories, we should discuss to motivate our student whenever we take the classes. Whether you are a cognitive teacher, or whether you are a pharmacology teacher, or whether you are an analytical chemistry teacher, or whether you are a pharmaceutics teacher, I think we have the stories, many stories, how the people have contributed today to make the pharma industry a leading pharmaceutical sciences in that India to contribute further. I wanted to discuss one case at least with you, which I discuss most of the time, is Dilip Sanghvi. Dilip Sanghvi is a commerce graduate, not a pharmacy or a science graduate. And the story says that his father was having a wholesale shop in Calcutta. While doing his commerce education, after finishing his school or maybe the college, afternoon was he was not having the lectures or the practical. He joined his father in his business while doing the education itself. And that's why many times, the dream project is that while doing something, while learning something, you do something. I think that is a synergistic combination. And Dilip Sanghvi learned everything from the wholesale business regarding the pharma. Even the pharmacokinetic aspect, dynamic aspect, he was discussing with the medical representatives, and he learned himself. And when he learned himself as a Ekalavya in the pharmacy profession, after completing the commerce degree, he told his father, give me 10,000 rupees. I wanted to start a pharmaceutical. He has done all analysis in that case, all situation he has analyzed. And he said, I will go for the loan license business, getting the manufacturing done in Calcutta at some place. He has decided the product Lidosun, which is the lithium carbonate, which is an antipsychotic drug. And he came out the Lidosun, which was a product of Torrent as a brand name. But he came out with a local company given the name Sun Pharma. And I think today it's proven that how the sun is contributing as a rising sun in the pharmaceutical industry. That time he thought the vision that the name should be the Sun Pharma. And he started actually marketing Lidosun as a medical representative along with his colleague, or maybe the person who has appointed, meeting the doctor. He met so many people, but nobody prescribed for 6 months. A leading psychiatrist not prescribed that Lidosun, which is a lithium carbonate. And one day he asked that doctor, leading psychiatrist doctor in Calcutta, that why you are not prescribing? I'm meeting you regularly every 15 days. And then the doctor said that it's very difficult to monitor the therapeutic drug activity at the blood level of lithium carbonate. And can you show me, actually give me some solution on that line? Definitely, I would love to prescribe. He said, yes, sir, we have the solution. In another lab near to this, actually your clinic, we have the laboratory. And in spectrophotometer, we can analyze the lithium carbonate. He has studied everything as far as the technical aspect is considered, although he's a commerce graduate. And he said, if you give the samples of your patient, I will get it done through that laboratory. And then again, you can decide to control the drug level of lithium carbonate so that the problem can be solved. If it is excess, it will go to the toxicity. You can reduce that. He started discussing the technical aspect with the doctor. Looking to his knowledge, looking to his persistence, looking to his hard work, the leading doctor, psychiatrist, prescribed the Lidosun first time. And that became actually the start of Sun Pharma, maybe I think in 1982 to 83. And then looking that the leading psychiatrist is prescribing Lidosun, other psychiatrists or other doctors also started prescribing the Lidosun. And this was the model which he implemented. And then the day came that he purchased Ranbaxy for more than 17,000 to 21,000 crores. And Sun became a #1 pharmaceutical company of India. Today, more than 36,000 people are employed, more than 10 pharmaceutical companies, national level, international level in operation, many collaborations, and it's a big, actually, pharma company of India. So it's a really motivating story to many of my students that those who want to become entrepreneurs. The struggle, the hard work, the passion, the inspiration within, the motivation from outside, you have to take it further and to make the things happen, make the miracles happen. Dilip Sanghvi, make the miracles happen. In fact, in 2000, IPR actually given him the Outstanding Performance Award. The rank was 84th that time. And we were very proud that in 2017, when I became the president of Indian Pharmaceutical Congress, I pass on my presidency to Mr. Dilip Sanghvi for 2018 IPC at Delhi. And that was the big movement for me. And that is the big contribution I think the Sun Pharma is making, inspiring me, inspiring the pharma people or the professionals in a big way. Another story which I wanted to tell you, which inspires me, is the Darshan Patel, Paras Pharmaceuticals. Started in 1986. I think my request to all the participants that mute your mic, which will disturb me otherwise, because I have so many things to tell you today. Mr. Darshan Patel, 1986, started the Paras Pharma, and he made so many actually leading brands in the OTC market. Whether it is a Ring Guard, whether it is a Move, whether it is a Dermicol, whether it is a Total Decode, whatever we talk, all are the successful brands which he made, right? But inspiration is something different. He sold this company. He sold this Paras Pharmaceutical to actually the big company known as Reckitt Benckiser in 2010 for 85 crores with all these brands, all these formulas with the brand names and everything. But the mission is different. And what was that mission? He started Winnie Cosmetics in 2011 and they brought the leading brand in the market known as, actually all of you know very well because advertisements are going on and on and on, that is fog. But what was the technology which he utilized? And what was the promotional actually theme? Bina gas wala, because most of the deodorants were with the gas, and you know the gas will actually utilization of the gas will be faster, and that's why the cost of the deodorant was more, and the people were paying more because of the ingredient, or maybe actually the vehicle which was used was the gas. But he actually differed in that ingredient, and he brought the Bina gas wala. And that is the fog which he brought first time and promoted it very heavily, positioned it very heavily. And today, let me tell you that in 2013 itself, it became the brand leader. And today also it is leading the brand. And almost the turnover of one brand of OTC, Fabiblu is a prescription brand, but the fog is a OTC brand where we have the subject, you know very well, that is the cosmetics, which our pharma people can also contribute in a big way, which we are not given that much weightage. But the deodorant market is growing by 12%, while fog market itself, one product growing at 20%, 1,000 crore, one brand. Right? And that is the successful story. So many advertisements which I can show you, but today the time is less. And I think the meaning of the fog is given is the friends of good guys and girls. So think something different in that case. Get inspired yourself to do something different. And what was the different? Bina gas fog. That was the tagline of the fog. And that really utilized work, cost and economies also achieved. Product was excellent. Marketing was excellent. And it became a very successful story. So think on this story, promote to your students in a big way, utilize actually the knowledge of pharmaceutics, analytical chemistry, everything in a big way. Many times positioning the pharmacy, I think the job which you can do very well, teacher. And today, you know, we have the training and placement department. Positioning your student in the industries, positioning your college in the minds of the 12th science student become important. One of the college, when I was the director, we have actually utilized this concept. That concept was very beautiful, related to the pharmacy profession. One life is equivalent to one earth. And can you save one life? Can you extend one life? Can you protect one life? Can you nurture one life? Can you save one life? Can you bring one vaccine to save one life? You can. Can you extend one life by coming out with a drug delivery system? You can. Can you protect one life by building the antibodies or maybe the immunity builders through the pharmacognosy knowledge? You can. And can you give the best service? And that is the nurturing, what we talk about the pharmacy profession today. And in COVID-19 or COVID-20 and 21, whatever actually we are suffering at present, the role of the pharmacists, the role of the PharmD people is more and more on that line, giving the best service. And that is the nurturing which we talk. Can you do that? Yes. If you are really interested, you can join the pharmacy profession on that line. You have tremendous opportunities to contribute. And that's why I think you can attract the students, whatever the college you are serving on this line, relating to the life of the people, which we are contributing. So I think that is the passion which you should have. You should get inspired with this actually thinking, then only you can do the job very well. See, the attitude plays an important role in the motivation, like the inspiration. It's a beautiful story. Many times you might have heard whether the glass is empty or the glass is actually filled with the water. How you can look at it is your positive attitude. Somebody will say 50% empty. Somebody will say 50% only the water is there. Some person will look from a different angle, whether it is a crystal clear water, whether it is a Ganga's pure water. So many things you can think on that line and promote yourself and motivate yourself to think about the life. This is the beautiful example again. The soldier said, sir, we are surrounded from all sides, surrounded by all sides by enemies. We are only two. Enemy has actually surrounded us. What I should do now? What is your order? The major was inspired. Major was inspired to fight, to give actually the freedom to India or to protect the India. Many times, whatever the situation arise, he said, excellent situation. Don't worry. We can attack in any direction because there are so many. We are two. You can actually do the job in any direction and finish the enemies. And let me tell you, this is the successful story which all of us knows, and that is by Vikram Batra. The situation came in his life. I had been to Kargil 2 years back in 2018 with my family. Went to Kargil, and a successful story of Vikram Batra. Sher Shah is the movie just launched now during this pandemic. I think after capturing one booth, or maybe along with his team, he won actually that battle, came back to the base, and his major said, now you can take the leave for 15 days. He said, no, sir, give me another target. Ye dil mange more. And during that time, I think that battle was very serious regarding the position which was occupied by our enemies. He said, no, sir, I don't want to go back. I don't want to relax. Give me more responsibility. And he utilized the word, ye dil mange more. And that dil mange more, it comes from the heart. It comes from the passion, actually, to protect your country, to fight for your country. And I think he made the history. Ultimately, he died in the process, but he made the history. You can see the movie Sher Shah, and you will get motivated and inspired. You can ask your students to do that. And I think working in the military, no doubt we are contributing, sacrificing the life as a Jawan, but even as a pharmacist, working in the pharmaceutical profession, actually asking the people to follow the good manufacturing practices, asking the people to utilize the mask, asking the people to wash out the hands, and giving the technical actually aspect of all this hygiene and everything will be our role as a Jawan in the pharmacy profession, to save the life, nurture the life, and protect the life. So this is the inspiration from within which we should have, and actually we should work like Vikram Batra in the pharmacy profession. Many of our pharmacists died during COVID-19, or maybe because of this pandemic, working in the pharmaceutical industry, working maybe in the medical store, working in the hospital. They suffered from the pandemic. They died along with the doctors and the nurses. They sacrificed. Even in the manufacturing also, you know, many people died. But they have given their response, they have taken their responsibility and actually shown that they are working day and night together. Pharma industries were working, pharmacy profession working day and night together during the pandemic. And I think the concept is remain the same. Ye dil mange more. We should give more to save the life of the people, to make this world more beautiful and more healthy. Coming to the management part, most of you underwent, I think we have the subject that is principles and practice of pharmaceutical management. Some of your teachers must be taking this subject. So the basic functions of management is planning, organizing, staffing, leading, and controlling. But where the motivation comes under leading. Communication and motivation is the part in the leading. Leading means you have to lead from the front, right? And when you are leading from the front, communication is required, motivation is required, and discipline is required. So many characteristics are required for a leader. And I think the leading is the part, and that's why the motivation is required actually to lead from the front. And leading is actually the most important function of the management, where motivation is also the crucial role to motivate your team. Motivate yourself first is most important. And it is said that plan your work and work out your plan. If you do that, 50% of the work is over. Many times we are not planning. Plan A, plan B, plan C. 3 plans should be ready in the life, whatever the mission you undertake, and then you can achieve any target, whatever you are looking for. And start working on that line. But when you wanted to actually contribute with your team, one man cannot do many things in that case. You require the team. And when the team is there, leading becomes important. When leading becomes important, motivation becomes important. And when you are doing all these things, I think the message from Walt Disney is work as a fun. He borrowed money to make a Disneyland. He sold everything, his property, to make a Disneyland. People said that what you are doing, you will become bankrupt, you will be on the road. He said, nothing doing. This is my dream project of the life. And I love this project. I love actually this process of making it. And he made it. And today, Disneyland is very famous, you know very well. And the message which he has given, the Walt Disney, is work as a fun. You are delivering the lecture, work as a fun. Whether it is your regular lecture, whether you are delivering the lecture in some symposia, or maybe in the Congress, maybe at the international level, national level, work as a fun. Prepare it on that line. And I think that is important. And when you love your job, all respects, recognitions, rewards will come to you. So love your job, which is most important. Love your profession, which is most important. Love your country, which is most important. But work passionately like Walt Disney in our pharmacy profession. Many people are working on that line. You can also start working and work like a fun. When you want to work like a fun, when you are delivering the lectures to motivate the student, I think this is a successful formula which is given many times, that if you really wanted to deliver a good program or a good lecture, I think 5% contribution will come from a lecture. So directly actually speaking to the people, only 5% will be absorbed. But if you read related to your subject, related to your topic, and then add on what's happening at present, it will become 15% contribution through your lecture. Now you use some audio or visual, right? Some photograph or maybe some visual or maybe some actually video which you can actually play for the student relevant to your topic. I think it will become almost going for 35% what students will accept it. And once you start demonstrating it, whatever you talk, and start working on that, demonstrate in front of the student what you are talking, what principles of life you are having. If you start demonstrating on that, I think then the people will understand it. In pharmaceutical industry, in good manufacturing practices, we always tell the workers that you should wear a apron, you should wear actually the mask and everything. But when you are telling that as a production supervisor or as a manager, you have to wear it first and then you should enter. When you are washing your hands, I think the boss, they will follow. If the boss is not actually washing the hand or the manager is not washing the hand, why the other people will follow in that case? You are actually leading the train in that case as an engine. And that's why practicing all these things will be important. Demonstrate yourself. That is important. And once you start demonstrating itself, I think the percentage will go from 65% contribution through your lectures, which you can give. Then you start discussing various topics related to that. Involve the student, participate, let student participate in your lecture. Each lecture you can do on that line. Don't bother for completing the syllabus according to me, right? Right. As far as the syllabus is considered, so many textbooks are there. So many books are there in that case. Student can actually learn from that. So many notes are there earlier during our time. The students were reading the notes and getting the first class and the distinction. So don't bother on that line, but delivering the concept is most important. And that is possible because of the demonstration and the discussion which you can actually take from your class. Maybe 5-minute discussion you can do, 10-minute discussion out of 60 minutes you can do, but do that on that line. And then ask student to do it. That is important again. Ask student to work on that machine or instrument during the practical is important. Ask student actually to play some instrument or maybe your computer, whatever it is, maybe the video, ask him to do that. Today, I think all online classes, one important advantage which we have today, that every child can operate the mobile, smart mobile. Every child today can operate the computer, right? Which was not the possibility during our time. And that's why doing is most important. And once you start doing that, the percentage will grow higher and higher and higher as far as the getting from your lecture. And then actually, ultimately it is said that after doing all these things one by one, you identify the student, what is his liking, what is his need, what is his actually desire, what is his dream, and start discussing that one by one. And you can actually inspire him. You can fire him. Fire him means actually inspire him and motivate him to do so many things in the life. So that pharmacy profession will get maybe a scientist in the future. Pharmacy profession will get a good teacher in the future. Pharmacy profession will get a good production person in the future. Like that will be your contribution. And for that, you may be awarded and rewarded in the future, right? I think this is the motivation which I wanted to talk whenever you talk on that line. Several times I have discussed this, but this is the Baiju Ravindran. Today, you know, it's a very famous personality, Baiju Ravindran. What is the age? 40 years. And how he started, how he come to the teaching line, or maybe in the education. BE Mechanical from Kerala, joined Bangalore, multinational company, good handsome salary. And one day, Sunday, maybe he went to his friends to meet in Bangalore, downside. And the friends were preparing for the CAT, which is the exam for the MBA. And they stuck up with one problem, maybe the maths problem. And when Baiju came to know this, he said, you come here, I will actually explain you. I will deliver you the concept how to solve this problem. He delivered that. And that was a tremendous skill which he was having. And student actually said that, why don't you coach us in that case for the throughout actually CAT. He took that responsibility. Every Sunday went there, and all these 5 to 6 friends got through the CAT, and they got the IIM, and they became the manager. And then they advised this man, Baiju, that what we are doing in the multinational company, leave that job and you can start your tuition, especially for the cat and everything. He left the job, taking the advice of his friend, started the tuition class with 30 students, later took the hall for 100 students, went to the auditorium for 500 students, and even the stadiums are booked later because of his convincing power as a teacher. And then one day he said that how many days I can travel like this. So let's form a company. He formed a company, which is EduTech company. And actually he developed so many apps for the 6th and the 12th class. And today, I think the Baiju Ravindran, or maybe the Baiju's classes are so famous that Shah Rukh Khan is totally advertising for him. And I think the concept is same, that love your actual job. Learning should be a fun. And you can make it by delivering the concept, showing the videos and everything, and actually giving the best to the student. Technical knowledge, hard work, and passion. That has worked for the Baiju. It may work for you also. And this is the right platform for all the teachers to take the advantage of the online education. You can also become the Baiju in that case, as far as the pharma is considered, and contribute in big way. First 100 richest person today, sponsoring the Indian cricket team, and the so much of sponsorship even in IPL and so many things. But what is the skill? Kaushalya, that is most important. Motivation. Take the example of Virat Kohli in England. You have seen the way he actually motivated. Unfortunately, he decided to give the captainship now to the other person, young person. That is also important motivation and inspiration, my friend. When you know that the other people can lead in this area in a big way, I think giving that leadership role, which Mahendra Singh Dhoni has done earlier, I think the same way Virat is going. People may criticize him that he has not won the IPL so far, or he has not won the ICC trophy, anything. But if you look actually the motivation which he has provided in the young cricketing team, it is tremendous. Now he has developed the leader and he wanted to pass on that leadership to another person. The country which is successful is that country which will develop the leaders. In cricket, definitely the Virat has developed the leader, and leading is the motivation in that case. And he has followed that principle and actually led from the front, and still he will contribute for India as a batsman in the future. But I think that is the inspiration from within. But as a motivator, he has motivated so many young people. So this is the example, my friend, how the motivation can contribute. You become the Virat Kohli in your college. You become the Virat Kohli in your profession, and start contributing on that line. But when you see that the other leaders are actually emerging out, give that platform to the other leaders also. That is the important message today I wanted to give you, so that you can motivate the young people. And once the young people get motivated, India will become the superpower. The great Maslow said his theory, as I told you earlier, physiological need, that is the first. Once it is satisfied, security and safety need, that I should have a permanent job. And as far as the teachers are considered today, I should get my salary every month. That has become the security need. Affiliation or acceptance, I should become the HOD. The post should be given to me. I should become the principal. People should accept me as a principal and HOD. Another requirement. And then it will go to the esteem. Why principal? I should become the director of the pharmacy college. Why director? I should go for the highest, that is a self-actualization, the Everest in the pharmacy. And today, Everest in the pharmacy is not the principal and the director, becoming the vice chancellor of any university, right? That can be the self-actualization. Only a few people are reaching there at the Everest. But if you do that hard work right from the beginning, one day you can also reach there. You can become the president of Pharmacy Council of India, like Dr. B. Suresh. So all these are the self-actualizations in the pharmacy profession in education system. But if your students wanted to go to the industry, become the managing director of that pharmaceutical company. Starting your own pharmaceutical company can be the self-actualization. So these are the different needs at the different stage. Requirements of wants and desires are different. You motivate the people, what people are looking for. It's not the salary, let me tell you. It's not the salary which people are attracted after. After certain actually experience, people want the positive environment to perform. People want the recognition what they are doing. It's not the money. Once you get 5 lakhs to 10 lakhs rupees per month in the industry, it's not the money, whether you get 20 lakhs or whether you get crores maybe per month, which are also paid by the pharmaceutical industry. But the recognition part, satisfaction part, happiness part is also attached later with the money. Money is the biggest motivator, my friend. If somebody pay you money more, definitely you will get attracted. But along with the money, there are other needs which will also come. And that's why, no doubt, money is the big motivator today, but it's not always at every stage in the life. And utilize that, decide your actually dream in the life and start working on that. And if you go for the self-actualization, that is the Everest, whatever you wanted to achieve, the dream can become the reality, my friend. Dream can become the reality. Because why the life is given? Life is given to do something in the life. Kuch karne ka naam hai zindagi. And I think for that, we are there, we are born on this planet and we wanted to contribute on that line. This is the slide which I promote many times. These are all teachers, stalwart teachers who reach to the position of vice chancellors. Some of them are pro chancellors also, like Dr. B. Suresh at present. First vice chancellor, Dr. Chandrakant Kokate. We'll always remember him for his contribution, not only in pharmacognosy, but even through Pharmacy Council of India, great administrator, great communicator. And today there are many. Dr. Ramesh Goyal, who is my guru, vice chancellor of Deep Shuru, my PhD guru and my mentor, Dr. Shivaji Rao Kadam. Dr. Nalin Seth today contributing through AICT, PCI, and the Vice Chancellor of Gujarat Technological University. Dr. Shailendra Saraf, Vice President of PCI, and he was also the Vice Chancellor earlier. Dr. Pramod Yevle, my good actually friend, Baba Sahib Ambedkar, Marathwada University, and so many of them. In fact, many names will come maybe in next 5 years. The list will go more than 100 to 200 now. And that is the opportunity for you. That is the motivation for you. And if you take it in a positive way, I think you can also one day become the one. But why? Even one pharmacy teacher can get a Padma Shri award. And that's what Dr. Harkishan said. His contribution in medicinal chemistry is tremendous. But along with the contribution in medicinal chemistry, what he has done, the contribution of NIPER, the NIPER which he brought, it was his contribution along with Dr. S.K. Kulkarni. And again, writing the history of pharmacy profession in India is the biggest contribution of Dr. Harkishan Singh. And I think, my friend, this is besides the medicinal chemistry, what he has contributed as a teacher. And that's why he received that Padma Shri. Only one teacher so far in the history, as far as the Padma Shri is considered in pharmacy teaching, is Harkishan Singh. You can actually bring that miracle. It will be just like Neeraj Chopra getting the gold medal in that case, which we will be proud of. Think on this line. I think some of you can definitely reach to that position. And I will be happy if I am there on this planet to put your photograph after Harkishan Singh, that you are also the Padma Shri in the motivational theories, carrot and stick theory, right? Carrot and stick theory. What a beautiful theory. The theory says that show some carrot, gazer, what we say in Marathi, right? So that the people will move, people will work. And maybe it may be a bonus. It may be a luxury trip. It may be a beautiful car which will be given to you. That is a carrot. And once you show that carrot, I think everything can move on that line. Even as a principal or HAD, you can put on that put the carrots to the actually your teachers. Even as a teacher, you can put some carrot to the student that if you come first in my class or maybe in my subject, I will give you maybe a gift worth of 10,000 rupees. Right? You can afford, when you are having a salary 2 lakhs rupees, 1,50,000 rupees, you can afford 10,000 rupees for a student who is coming first in your actually subject. Maybe 10,000 rupees you can give to the college, a donation, and award will start from your name in that case in the college for standing first in that subject, whether it is the first year, second year, third year, final year. You can do that. Whatever money we earn, ultimately we have to give back to the society. What Bill Gates has done, the same thing. And I think that is the carrot theory which I can talk, which you can start practicing, maybe as a principal, HOD, or maybe as a teacher in that case for the student. While the stick theory, people are not working, then there is a stick. If the homework is not completed, definitely you can actually tell the student in that case, your 2 marks will be cut, right? You will not get that 2 marks. But motivational theory says that you will get it. When I was a pharmacology teacher, initial to my career, the pithing was the operation which we are performing for the frog. Nowadays, it is banned. We cannot do that operation. We cannot do that practical. And for that pithing, many students were reluctant to do the pithing, right? Especially the girls. Then what I have done? I have put one actually carrot in front of them, that those who will pith will get the 2 marks, even in the final exam. I will convince the external examiner. Those who will pith the frog, that is a skill. Skill is there in the pithing. In 1 or 2 minutes, you can pith the frog if you have that skill. Otherwise, it takes 1 hour also to pith the frog and start the operation. And we have done it. 2 marks I have given, which was not in the syllabus, which I have not taken the permission for anybody, but it was in my authority. I have put that 2 marks as a motivational, those who will do that. And today, let me tell you, when some of the teachers in pharmacology, they met me, they said, sir, we have learned that skill because of you, because you have put that carrot. So many things which we can practice while doing our regular practicals as well as the lecture, and follow that carrot and stick theory. The people who are lazy, don't want to work, the theory will come later. But another theory of the motivational says, all these are the theories which you know. Satisfier. Satisfiers are those things. Absence of this will not motivate you. That is satisfier, or according to the people. Its absence will not motivate you. But many times its presence will not further motivate you. You have become a principal, but the air conditioning AC is not given to you in your cabin. There is no budget for that. That will demotivate you. That will dissatisfy you, because one of your colleague who is a principal is having the air conditioner in his or AC in his cabin. A good laptop is not given, which is given to your colleague, maybe in the QA department. That will dissatisfy you. So you identify what satisfies the people, provide that them with the performance, and they will get motivated. Whether you are in the production department, whether you are in the QA department, whether you are in the teaching department, or whether you have the authority in the your college to work on these models as far as the promotion is considered of motivating the people, you can do that. Maybe the management can think, if you come out with the research paper every year, I think the 10,000 rupees bonus can be given to you. Or maybe you will be sanctioned 30,000 rupees airfare to go for the international congress in Singapore. Like that, some schemes if you brought, I have seen many colleges, especially Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, they have certain schemes on that line, that if the teacher contribute, they will receive in terms of money, or maybe in terms of other benefits they will receive, and they will get motivated. So once you start practicing small thing, right? It's not the big thing in that case. Small thing, if you start practicing on that line, I think people can get satisfied, they will get motivated, and they will work for your dream, whatever the dream you set as a principal or the HOD, or maybe as a teacher, your students will work on that line. And there are motivators, Harshberg said. Motivators are permanent motivators in the life. For example, award. Now, as a principal or HOD, you find that this teacher is really doing a good job. So you can invite him in your class, invite in your cabin and say that, why don't you apply for this APTI award, right? I will suggest your name, or I will give my reference in that case. You have to do that. You have to motivate your team. And if you find somebody is doing the excellent work, that will become the real motivator. And that he will always remember that sir told me to apply. And I think whether you get it or not, that is different. But at least you are in the race to get that award. And once you get that award, nothing like that. To whom you will remember? You'll remember your HOD. You'll remember your principal. You'll remember your mentor. You'll remember many times your student also who motivated you. Sir, why don't you teach on that line? Why don't you use this laptop, sir? Today they are very smart. Sir, why don't you use this app? The students are telling us. That time they become our mentor or maybe the guru. So you get the motivation in the reverse, the way you motivate you, and awards or patent, that will be the motivator throughout your life. Once you have that award, my biodata has been read, so many awards has been told. That is motivator throughout my life. They will never dissatisfy me. But certain things, which are the physical things in that case, that will not work properly. Tomorrow your AC will not work. It will not cool your area. And that time you say to the management that, why don't you replace it? And management says there is no budget at present. That will dissatisfy you. That will demotivate you. And that's why the satisfiers will motivate you up to certain time. But after after some time, it's a motivational factor which will remain in your life. And as a leader, you have to identify which is satisfier, which is motivator, provide to them so that they can. Theory X and theory Y is beautiful. Theory X says those are the lazy people. I think the strict theory to be followed. You should be very strict with them. You should punish them in our school days. Actually, a lot of punishment which we got. Nowadays, it is not allowed. But even our college days also, there should be punishment in that case. But do that punishment in such a way that he should not actually miss whatever you wanted to contribute in. Don't come to the college for 1 month. It's not a punishment which will work for that student who is not interested to come to your class or maybe the subject. So identify certain actually areas, even the theory X for the lazy people, you can get the things done, right? Theory Y, self-motivated people. But during that actually process, identify who are the theory Y people, self-motivated, and provide them the platform, provide them the resources, and they will do many things for you. And your college will prosper like anything. So identify the theory Y people, theory X people in your college. It is the role of a principal, it is the role of a HOD, and for the student, it is the role of a teacher to identify them and motivate them. Lazy eagle cannot go for even 1 kilometer. You are an eagle, you can fly, you can go to the different destinations. Nobody can beat you in that case. Flying is considered, but you are lazy. And because of that laziness, you are continuously sitting on the tree itself. But hardworking, passionate ant can go for 1,000 kilometers non-stop. What a beauty of hard work in that case. The best example. So hard work is an important component of the life. And that's why we make a statement. Become inspired and motivated eagle to make India pharma superpower by 2023. It's a slogan which is given to us by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He's no more. But what a beauty as far as his mission which he has given to the pharmacy profession. And in pandemic, everybody has seen the way the pharma is contributing. Still, we are not leader. We are number 3. Number 2 is China. Number 1 is US. But can we contribute on that line? Small thing. And what we can do as a teacher, we can make the competent and complete pharmacist as our student who can be the future leaders who can contribute to make India pharma superpower. Right? You can do that. Any small work, if you are in the analytical chemistry, if you can validate the instrument, you can contribute to the industry in a big way. You can develop some analytical actually procedure for the new molecule or maybe new API. A lot of work is there from the industry itself, which you can brought the funds also and give the solutions to the industry, the consultancy work, which college will also pay if you bring something on that line. So become inspired and motivated eagle to make India pharma superpower by 2023. Small things will add. Hard work is important in that case. The honeybee is a hard worker, you know very well. And the question was asked by one of the bird that you are making the honey, but the man steals it. Don't you feel sad? What a beautiful answer the honeybee has given. Never. He can steal honey, not the art of making it. That is important. Many times after my lecture, many students come, sir, give me your presentation. Okay. Presentation is the part of your personality. You have to work on that. It should be a different presentation altogether. You're unique, right? They can take some points from your presentation. They can take your PPP from your actually presentation, but they cannot take your actually inspiration from within to deliver the lecture. They cannot take the case studies which you can describe on that line. And that is important. Art of actually teaching, nobody can take you, although you will deliver so many things to the student. Art of teaching will be always with you, and continuously it can be developed. And that is the hard work importance, my friend. And if you do that hard work throughout your life, you cannot relax like although you are eagle, you cannot relax like that. But you can put the hard work like honeybee, you can put the hard work like an ant, and you can contribute. Motivation versus inspiration, my friend. What is the difference which I wanted to do? You know Thomas Edison. How many patents? 1093 United States of patent. And what was his love? Love to actually do the miracles. Come out with something new. Today, electric bulb, electricity, everything. General Electricity Company today, the way it is contributing, tremendous. I think making the patent which is useful to the people for the social cause, that is the real aspect of the patent which he started implementing. And so many things which he brought in the life made our life beautiful. But one day what happened? He was sitting in his factory, and by By mistake, I think some actually fire took place and the whole factory was burned. He was so happy when factory was burning. He called his actually relatives and friends that come here. All my mistakes are actually over because of this fire. I made the mistake. All mistakes are over. Now I am a new person, new inspired person, and I can invent again something new. That was the positive thinking in his mind, which has worked, and that has motivated him to contribute in a big way. There are failures in the life, my friends. Every day is not a successful day. When it is a failure, it's a learning, great learning, which you can take from the Thomas Edison. Start working again. One day you can reach to the destination what you are looking for. So motivation is external, inspiration is within. Working for the country, working for your profession, I think the passion is within. That is in your heart, or that is in your dil, what we can say. And I think if once you actually get inspired by theory, why, what we people say, I think nobody can stop you in this world and you can achieve it. So external, other peoples will give you. Many times what happened? Other peoples may not motivate you. They will criticize you. They will demotivate you. They will not provide you the resources what you want. That is a demotivating factor. But that motivation becomes the demotivation many times. And that's why many times you cannot achieve your goal. But once you are a self-inspired person, if the money is not available, you will bring the money from outside. If the facility is not available, you will go to another college and do that work. And that's why actually the inspiration from within is important. Once you are inspired from within, nobody can stop you to achieve whatever you are looking for in the life, to make the difference and to make the people happy and healthy. So motivation is external many times. Of course, we can give the motivation to the others, which become external to the others, but inspiration is within. And for that inspiration, the positive attitude is most important. And as he said, जियो इतना कि जिंदगी कम पड़ जाए, हंसो इतना कि रोना मुश्किल हो जाए, किसी चीज को पाना तो किस्मत की बात है, मगर कोशिश इतनी करो कि ईश्वर देने को मजबूर हो जाए. That is the inspiration from within, which I am talking today through the motivation. For that, you can start from today if you are not practicing at present. Appreciation is the first big step in the motivation. Start appreciating right from the evening. If you have seen something good, appreciate. You went for a tea, you know the tea is required after my lecture. When you take the tea, if the tea is good, appreciate that person who brought the tea. Appreciate that person who made the tea. That what a beautiful tea has prepared. What is your formula? You know, today there are many big shops of the tea, many big businesses of the tea. And the meaning of the tea, which many times I tell the student, T means T for thinking big, E for excellence, and A for having the positive attitude. That is the T, right? So always actually appreciate the people for the good work. One of your teacher has done the excellent job. Appreciate him. Inside your cabin, in front of you, you can actually shake hand him. There is that you have done the wonderful job. You are taking a round and you heard that this person is delivering the excellent lecture. Call him and say that you are delivering the excellent lecture. I heard something while going through the corridor. As a principal, as a HOD, you can do that. Small thing. You don't have to pay anything for that. He will get inspired and he will actually contribute more and more for you. He will be more loyal to you. He will not leave your college in that case because you will provide him the opportunities more and more. And one day, like a Virat, you can make him a principal also. So like that, I think the motivational theory will work. So appreciate, right? Appreciate your wife for making a good lunch or maybe one good dish. That will really work in that case. Yesterday only in my house, one of the maid made the good poha, which is a Maharashtrian dish. And I really appreciated what a wonderful classical poha you have made. She immediately said, tomorrow also, sir, I will make it for you. Immediately it comes. If you give it, it will be actually given back. Give the world best you have, the best will come back to you. That is the theory of the motivation as well as the life. For motivational practices, my friends, observation, communication, documentation, appreciation, felicitation, and the most part is the celebration. You have achieved the knack, celebrate, right? That is the most important thing. Felicitate the people who contributed for that knack or MBA as a leader, right? You can do so many things. Even as a teacher in that knack committee, I think you can provide the tea to everybody. Today, I'm really happy that we have received the knack. And these are the people who contributed for that. From my side, the best tea The ability is a very famous tea today in Pune. Ability I will provide for you. You can order online or you can go to the spot and actually provide that tea to everybody. Celebration, small thing. One thing which I have learned in my life and practice in my life, that whenever somebody has achieved something, give some gift to that person and celebrate. I have never asked the party from anybody in my life. I have hosted the party for that person, maybe the lunch, maybe the dinner, maybe small gift I have given and congratulated that person. I don't know. It comes from within that I will not ask the celebration from him if he has achieved anything. My friends, I will actually host the party. I will appreciate him by giving something so that, you know, small thing, maybe one good book which you can give, maybe one pen drive which you can give, maybe one pen you can give, small things in the life, but he will get inspired. You give the child something, maybe a small actually toy, he will get actually very happy in that case. He's not looking for 10,000 rupees cash in that case, right? He's looking something which he get because of his performance. And I think these are the things: observe, document, communicate immediately, appreciate, felicitate, celebrate. That is the most important thing. And while communication, I think don't fire in front of the people. Fire him in the cabin. If it is a theory X, lazy person, call him, give him 2 to 3 warning. Tell him that any problem is there, I wanted to solve. Then only you can develop the team. So all these things are practicable in our pharmacy colleges. Since many of you are the teachers, HODs, and the principals, I don't know how many principals are attending this, but you can start practicing on that. And then you can relax in the day and you will actually see that how the life is beautiful for you. If you do something good for you, good for others, I think the good will happen for you. The God is watching in that case. Supermind is watching for you, and he will provide all comforts, all luxuries, all recognition, all respect, and the rewards for you, maybe in your lifetime. So provide that positive environment. Once you become positive, inspired, motivated, you are the part of making the positive environment. As a leader, you have to provide all these things. It is major responsibility of a leader in that case to provide the positive environment. And I think it should be provided to each and every person, right? You cannot actually do the partiality on that line, right? As per the merit, each and every person will get the same facility, resources, and environment. And once you provide that positive environment, getting the patent, getting the NBA, getting the first rank in NIRF is the possibility of the future, which I can tell you, right? You want that medals in your college, on the college name, everything will be the possibility. On your name is the possibility. If you do the good work, the pharmaceutical company will contact you and you will get a big project where your name, fame, rewards will also come. So, right? So try to think on that line. You can change the world in that case. Nobody is going to change the world for you. You have to change yourself and start working on that line. One beautiful story of Tata Sumo, the car is no more, but during that time, which people told that Sumant Mulgaonkar was actually the vice president of manufacturing of Tata. And he was so keen when he wanted to develop the trucks for the Tata that during lunch break, he was going on the dhabas. People were thinking he's going for the 5-star hotel for a lunch, but he was going to the dhaba along with his driver and discussing with the driver that what the truck should be, what improvements we can do, so that he can tell the R&D people to develop the trucks. And ultimately, because of his contribution today, Tata trucks are the excellent trucks. It is provided to the military, it is provided to the public transport, and today the first choice is given definitely for the Tata. It is exported also. But to honor him, to respect him, what Tata has done. What Tata has done, the name actually that Sumo came from Suman Mulgaonkar, SU from Suman and MO from Mulgaonkar. Sumo, people said, the recognition of contribution by Suman Mulgaonkar, the management has decided, Tata, you know very well how they actually having the great HR practices in the world, and they have given that name Sumo. Of course, Sumo is a Pelwan, Japan, you know very well, it is matching as far as that word is considered. This is the respect and this is the contribution. If any teacher has done the wonderful job, suppose he has brought 10 crores of rupees, 1 crore of rupees, one actually laboratory, which you can name on the name of your teacher. You can do that, right? And that will be the permanent, that will be the motivating factor throughout his life, that whenever he will visit the college, even after the retirement, that his lab is there. As a head, you can do that. You can convince the management on that line. And I think that is the motivational theory which we can work out. Positive environment gives the performance. This is a beautiful photograph of Serum Institute of India when the first batch of Covishield was delivered or transported to the different centers in India, including other Poonawalla. All the scientists of serum, all the manufacturing operators of the serum were there, present there when the delivery was given. This is the positive environment according to me. Right? And you have to lead from the front, whatever the position you have in your organization, and contribute on that line, right? Respecting your first batch of pharmacy students passing out, I think give the respect to them on that line. They are departing from the college. Give the respect. We have the send off, but do it with a style in that case to contribute in a big way, which will be remembered. One day, one of the students can become the managing director of a leading pharmaceutical company or a vice president manufacturing of a leading pharmaceutical company, and he will come back to the college to contribute in a big way. He can give 1 crore in one check itself because his salary may be 10 crores. So remember that if you inspire right from the beginning, I think the fruits which will enjoy later, and creating the positive environment is important. One, two things happened. Let me share with all of you. Last week only, we have signed agreement with Serum Institute of India for the pharmacy. Whatever the trainees they are taking, they will be skilled under our pharmaceutical management programs, training, as well as evaluated through the IPR team. We started as a small dream in 1990 to bridge the gap between academics and the industry. Today, it is the biggest day of our life, inspired. How much money we'll get, that is a different thing. But we are inspired that we have reached to this level today to contribute for the pharmaceutical development. A teacher can do that. And that's why I think you can think beyond what you can contribute in this world. And I think the biggest moment, miracles, which you can bring into the practice. Performance gives satisfaction and the happiness. Ultimately, once you start performing, that will satisfy you, that will make the world happy, your family happy, your friends happy, everybody happy, right? And that happiness, I think, which we should not forget. Our job on this planet is to bring the happiness to the people, bring the make them healthy and happy is the job of the pharmacist. That's why we came to the pharmacy profession. And I think that is our job, which we should do. Satisfaction gives the motivation. You are motivated. Once you go to the beautiful part of the nature, you get motivated. 7 days back, I went to Panchit, saw the scenic view. I got inspired that I have to do more and more, right? So go to the different place, go to the Shimla, go to the Kasoli, go to the Himachal, go to the Ooty, Kodaikanal. I think you will get inspired. You go to the Goa to see the sea. Whatever the place you like, I think once you perform, I think that satisfaction you will have, and you will get motivated further with the new ideas to contribute more and more. Motivation gives inspiration. And as is said, man is the architect. Once you have the inspiration within, you are developing yourself. Once you develop yourself, I think it will be the great statue which you are delivering to the world, that what legacy you have created, what contribution you have made, possible through the inspiration and motivation, especially inspiration within. So do that and start working on that actually. When I visit any pharmaceutical industry and the people say that, sir, I was your student and today I am heading the quality assurance department with 600 people working under me. Money is not a problem. Greatest reward I get because it's an Alchem company, which Ajay Kumar Singh told me when we conducted the program. That inspires me today. That motivates me today. That whatever actually the students have developed to contribute for further for the pharmaceutical. That should be the objective. Abhijit Jain, HR Wakad said that, sir, your programs really contributed for the Wakad in a big way. That gets the inspiration for me. That I have to contribute more. I have to think more in that case through online, how I can make it more interactive. That's why I'm coming to the last part now. Inspiration is a essay node as a pacemaker. Set the rhythm, which set the rhythm of life and gives the meaning to the life. You all of you know very well, anatomy, physiology, everybody has studied, right? AV node, SA node, all of you know this Purkinje fiber, how the heart is working. But SA node is the pacemaker. Be a SA node. Once you get the inspiration, you will be the SA node of your life to contribute more and more. Dil mange more. That is important. And the heart, I think the hard work which we can take from the heart never stop after the birth. He stopped only after the death only. And that's why we should also work like a heart, non-stop in that case, to achieve something in our life and get inspired from the heart with that actually mission that we can make a difference in the lives of the people. And for that, love pharmacy. Passionate about pharmacy profession. Be passionate about pharmacy profession. That love for the pharmacy profession will bring the wealth as well as the success. When we talk about the success people can see, but behind the success, like an iceberg model, there are so many things in the life of every individual. And what are that? Hard work, tremendous hard work, almost 24 hours. Persistence, whatever the mission you have set. Late nights, which we have to do, even for presentation. Yesterday, I was sitting up to 1 p.m. Sacrifices which you have to do, your family life, your actually social life, so many things, sacrifices you have to do. Once you become the managing director of a pharmaceutical company, you know the missions, you know the targets, you know so many things. You have to sacrifice your life. But yes, that's a passion, and your family will accept that once you have that passion. Discipline, again, is important, right? Your discipline, that means once you decided to follow the good manufacturing practices, you have to follow right from the beginning. You may be the MD, you cannot enter with your coat in the manufacturing house, right? So all these things will come to the discipline level. Once you are disciplined, I think everything will be. Like, simple example, when you are going to the college, right? Doing the polish to your shoes, wearing the nice dress code in that case, doing the iron yourself, many times can be the discipline, so that you are presentable. Your students are watching. 60 into 2, 120 eyes are watching you when you are delivering your lecture, and you should present in the best way in that case, right? And that is the role model which you can create in front of the student, and that's why you will get actually satisfaction of developing the competent pharmacists for you. Criticism, take it very positive. Throw that bricks and construct your wall. In that case, the people say you are criticized. When you are moving ahead, you are going to be criticized. Let me tell you. When you are doing something different, you are criticized. And you know why you are criticized? Because many times the people think that you will go ahead. They are worried that you will be on the faster track. You will reach your dreams very early. Many times they are not doing anything, but they just wanted to block you. Take it in a very positive way and actually appreciate them that they are criticizing you for some of the factors which you are lacking in your personality, and try to actually develop that factors which are negative, so that you will become more and more positive personality. A complete human being, a complete personality may be the possibility. So discipline, criticism, take it in a positive way. Doubts, many doubts you have, you are not a complete person. Try to solve that doubts with the seniors, with the expert person, right? You may be a PhD, you may be a Padma Shri, but if you are having any problem, go to the people. Your worker can give the problem in the pharmaceutical industry. Your student can give the actually solution, solution, not the problem, solution to solve the problem on that line. So solve that doubts. Even student can actually give you certain solutions many times in the lecture. Failure is the first stepping stone of the success. Actually, participate in the race. You may be the failure, but you learn so many things. And the learning is the life in that case. And once you start learning more and more things, one day you will be. All these things can happen. Nobody is a leader or nobody is a champion throughout his life. One day he will be defeated, right? And when one day will be defeated, just take the example of tennis at present. I think earlier, you know, the Federer was considered that how we can beat him. So many people, but today the young generation came out, given the solution in that case. Winning formula is different, and that's why failure will actually give you a stepping stone towards the success. Accept it, start working again. That's why the hard work is important, attitude is important, and again take the risk. You wanted to hit a 6, you have to take a risk. One day you will be out, but you will come to know how to hit a 6 in that case, right? So take the risk. You want to start a business. The potential is more than 10,000 crores in the future. Whether it is export, whether it is the import, or whether it is the manufacturing. There is a potential in herbal today, the immunity builder drug. And can you take the risk in that case if you have the technology, if you have the drug, if you have the knowledge with your working partner, or maybe alone, and you can activate it, right? So once you take the risk, one day you will reach to your destination. But if you say that, no, how I can go to the Everest? Who will provide me the help? Help will come. Sherpa will actually come with you. But last destination, you will be there at the Everest. And once you are at the Everest, I think you have to come back down for the celebration. You cannot sit at the Everest throughout your life, right? You have to come down, celebrate, because you need the people in that case. You need the team in that case. And that's why reaching to the Everest, you can enjoy, others can enjoy, but you have to come down. And that's why take the risk in the life, right? And what is the risk? There is no risk in the life. Whatever you can do or dream, you can begin it. Boldness has genius power and magic in it. Begin it now, said by Goethe, right? Now, today onwards, really you want to do the miracle. I think today onwards you decide, change your path, think out of box, start implementing it. Maybe after 5 years or 10 years down the line, you'll remember me that I think I told you, I inspired you to do something different. And Pune is known for the Rajneesh. You go to his ashram, it's a very good statement which is written there. Never born, never died. Only visited this planet in between 11 December 1931 and 11 January. That means we are also the visitor on this planet in pharmacy profession. We have to make some difference. And I think that's the objective of the motivation today. Secret of life, the great writer Pula Deshpande has said, what he has said, learn what is must to make living. That means we have learned pharmacy. For what? For bread and butter, right? Whatever job you are performing, it is for bread and butter. But now, second thing, once you are in the job, dedicate, devote, discipline yourself for that job and the profession. Right? Become expert, what he said. That is the second step, right? Which is most important. Job provided by the pharmacy college, that is gone. That is for bread and butter. But now become expert so that people will recognize you. People will call you. People will take your help. Industry will actually take your help. Make a bond with any actually hobby, maybe literature, maybe painting, maybe photography, maybe making the videos online. Whatever the job you love, I think hobby you love, start contributing on that line. Life is not only pharmacy profession, let me tell you. Life is not only expertise, let me tell you. You should have certain liking or the hobby and start doing that job. Make a sculpture, right? Make a good, if you're a good artist, you can contribute on that line. So be a part of that life, which is also the part of your life and everybody's life. And then he made a statement that occupation will survive you by giving the bread and butter, but it is the friendship with this actually art will make the life really meaningful, successful. You will come to know what is the meaning of the life. So that is the great secret of life, which Pula Deshpande has actually expressed. My wife is working with Film and Television Institute of India. I think 1 month back, they have given the name of Pula Deshpande to one theater, and they have put actually this slide, which actually I took for your purpose, that what is the meaning of the life. And today also, if you read any book of Pula Deshpande in Marathi or in other languages also, you will really enjoy the writing. What a writing skill, how to write, use the particular words. And I think the same thing is required today, even in the medical writing, if you really wanted to contribute as a great. Last analysis, management is not practice, said by Peter Drucker. Its essence is not knowing but doing. Its test is not logic but results. Its ultimately authority is performance. Its success is not directing the people but developing the people and motivating them to achieve their personal goals linked with the organizational goals and the objectives. What a great statement Peter Drucker, the great management guru, has made. That the objective is to develop the people to achieve their personal goal so that organizational goals can be achieved. That is the great management. And in that process, the motivation and inspiration works in a big way, which you have to contribute. Hence, the message is still going on, innovative message that avoid the main, that is mouth, eyes, and nose. Don't touch every time. Instead, follow the woman. Don't take the other meaning. Wash your hands, obey social distancing, mask up, exercise, eat well, no unnecessary crowding. And I think this is put in one of the pharmaceutical factory also. It attracts when you say men and women, but the message is beautifully delivered so that the GMP can be practiced. And I think that is the innovative message which inspires many people, which also. So friends, finish strong in the life. whatever the border line which you have actually kept in the mind, you have to cross that line to become the actually gold medalist like Neeraj Chopra. So be strong in your life. Life is a one-time opportunity. Many times Dr. Kokate was saying this statement, delivering his lecture, one-time opportunity, only one only. There will be no other second opportunity in that case, only one-time opportunity. How much life God has given to us, nobody knows. That is the beauty. And that's why actually we have to set our goal. We have to set our objective to motivate the people in a big way. And I think achieve the dream of each and every person. And during that process, achieve your dream to make it a reality. I will show you one video and then I will stop. Give me 1 minute. Share the video.
सपने बस वही मेरे अपने सच होने ही वाले हैं, मुझे पूरा विश्वास है। आसान है, आसान है, आसान है, आसान है, आसान है, आसान है। गिर गया तो क्या हुआ, गिरता वही जो चलता है। बस इतना सा करना है कि उठकर फिर से चलना है। आसान है, आसान है, आसान है, आसान है, आसान है, आसान है। बहुत ही छोटी, कल तक मैं न रुकूंगा, जो भी मुझको करना है, हाँ मैं आज ही करूंगा। आसान है, 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 आसान है।
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity and platform, Remit Das. Now, any question in the minds of the participant, definitely I would love to answer.
Thank you, sir. Anybody have a question?
Dear participants, you can ask the questions. You can unmute yourself and ask the questions.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Yes.
Burande, sir, good afternoon very much.
Yeah, thank you.
It's an honor to hear to you again, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I have a question like this ongoing pandemic situation has led all we teachers to be more and more tech savvy. And I think we all teachers are trying our best to be more and more innovative and creative making use of newer pedagogical techniques while we deliver our content to the students. But still we are actually, everybody will agree to me, we are failing in attracting the students to our online classes. And we don't find that the attendance is so good. It's only 50 to 60% while we are conducting the classes. So could you please help me in giving the tips to how do we attract them for the online classes?
Which subject you are teaching?
Sir, I take hospital and clinical pharmacy.
Very good. I think during the pandemic, the hospital pharmacist and clinical pharmacist has done the wonderful job. So
Yes,
when you are taking this subject, the role of a pharmacist, means the pharmacist, how they are contributing, once you come out with some case studies as well as the videos, and that will attract them that how you can make a career in this line. Those who have made a very successful career in hospital and clinical pharmacy, some of the, if you involve them, if you request them sometimes, even those who have really achieved something, whether you can speak for 10 minutes. And then if you declare early that we are going to have a special guest of hospital and clinical, as a successful hospital clinical pharmacist, and she or he is going to talk for 10 minutes regarding the career. And then I will take whatever the topic which is given to you, or maybe in the syllabus, that will attract them. Then many times, especially hospital and clinical pharmacy in the US, it is the #1 profession, not the manufacturing or R&D or regulatory and other thing. Most of the pharmacy people are going for hospital and clinical pharmacy job because the rewards are good, respect is tremendous, you're interacting with the doctors. So on this platform, if you actually come out and then deliver whatever the syllabus you have, students will get attracted. And once that attraction is created, the next lecture, again, they will be very much interested to come and attend. Even it is not for online, let me tell you. Even for offline also, the same procedures can be followed. Now, it can be the combination in the future, offline and online. Offline, you can deliver yourself once the college will start. And maybe you can include some people from outside to deliver maybe 5 minutes or 10 minutes address who can really deliver the concepts to the students on that line that will contribute. Include video, discuss some issues. You can tell them today we are not going to discuss any syllabus. So let's discuss the issue that how the pharmacist is doing the counseling. What is your idea of counseling? What is your idea of drug-drug interaction, right? So bring some prescription from the market and actually ask them that what drug interaction can happen. You have to make it interesting by involving them. The one slide which I have shown you, art of teaching, I think that is the real slide to make yourself as a great teacher and a great motivator in that. Utilize that, whatever possible. But for that, you have to read more, not only from your syllabus, textbook and other thing. Whatever is happening in pharmacy profession, you have to read more, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, I got it, sir.
So that way, I think you can do it. This is my answer.
Thank you. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, anybody else want to ask the question? You can unmute and ask the question to Honorable Sir.
I think they have given the feedback. Thank you. Wonderful session. Wonderful session. Yeah, very informative session. Yes, appreciating me is the part of this lecture after my lecture in that case. But, start practicing whatever I told you. That will really give me the best feedback in that case in the future that you started practicing.
So thank you very much, sir, for enlightening all aspects of motivation for improving ourselves and others. Through this session, you have been discussed all information, techniques, and different theories for how to motivate ourselves to becoming the best that we can be. Through this session, your session was very insightful, extremely informative, and incredibly useful. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, sir. Now, I would like to request Dr. Bansot, sir, to present certificate to Dr. Burande, sir. Sir, this is for appreciation and token of love. Thank you very much, sir. So with this, by taking permission, the chair, I conclude this session. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you, Dr. Remit, Dr. Kishore, and Dr. Shende. Shende, right?
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks a lot for organizing this wonderful session. And this is the first session I think I delivered on the motivation through miracle through motivation. And it will remain in my life as a big motivation for me also to contribute more and more. Thank you. Dil mange more. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Burande, sir, for accepting our invitation and motivating us through your enlightening session on miracles through motivation. So thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
let's
you
be in touch.
Yeah.
Dear participants, so today's session we are going to.
Shall I leave?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Thank you.
So, dear participants, I have given you the Padlet link in your ATAL in our group. So you can just prepare one of the nice creation regarding your personality type, strengths, weaknesses, and whatever you want to write on the creation, and then that you can post it on the Padlet wall. Okay. One example I have given on the Padlet wall also, so you can check that. Second thing is, we are going to gather tomorrow exactly at 9:50. We will be starting with our first session that will be taken by Dr. Pratima Khandelwal, madam, in the morning. Okay, so let us gather together at 9:50 tomorrow without fail. Okay, so you can see the tomorrow's schedule. Dr. Pratima Khandelwal will be talking on enabling teachers towards sustainable leadership. Dr. Sanjula Babuta will talk on ethics in education and research, while Dr. Hetal Gaglani will deliver a session on self-esteem. So we will gather exactly at 9:50 so that we can start at 10 a.m. sharply. Thank you. That's the end of today's